Hello traders, very good morning and welcome to today's live market profile analysis by Tradeducation. We are at episode 136, and before I share today's analysis, I would just like to go through the quick disclaimer that so yeah, sorry for that. So due to the change in weather. Okay, so the quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay. So with that, let's quickly look at what happened in the auction yesterday and what can be the potential auction development paths for today. Okay. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll quickly start from the dynamic volume profile chart, and this is a 60-minute bar. Okay, so currently what we see here is, so this was the balance. So this is from 6th of July till yesterday, that is 9th of July. So this is one balance, and what we have is we have a good, yesterday's 60-minute is when the auction just, we have a good breakout above the balance, and today we need to see whether this breakout continues or not. Okay, so this bar, this last, I will also jump to the market profile chart where we'll see this, was this breakout a good breakout or a bad breakout. But right now it looks like it's a very good breakout, and there were some stops built here, and we need to see that the auction should continue above this reference line. Okay, if the auction comes below this, it means that the selling pressure is strong, so sellers are strong, and then we can see further, we need to see that we are seeing continuation downwards or not. Okay, also there are some references. So first of all, we have this small gap which is present. So this was yesterday, we opened with a gap up. Okay, second thing is, we also have one more gap here. Okay, third thing is, at this particular reference line there are trapped buyers. Okay, and also, so there are multiple references getting developed on the lower side. Okay, so we need to see, we need to observe whether the auction is coming within the balance or whether it is balancing and it is continuing higher. Okay, so since last 2 days I was not able to trade because what I'm seeing is a lot of pushed, I would say not pushed, but forced buying is seen in the Nifty's auction. So that's why I'm just staying away, and I'm not able to understand the markets, so I'm just staying away and trying to save the whatever capital I have with me. Okay, so that is what I wanted to share. Now let me jump to the market profile chart. So some of the references which I have marked is, this is the single print zone. Okay, so we have a good breakout, and this reference line is the balance side, and we currently have a good single print zone here. Okay, and we closed around the high. So all the signs indicates that we had a bullish close, and further continuation to the upside should be seen. Okay, because the auction got rejected around the epoch level, auction also got rejected around this single print zone. Okay, so this tells us that that buyers are pretty strong. Buyers are the ones who are currently keeping up or protecting their positions. Okay, but on the downside, what I can see is, so this is going to be one reference, the yesterday's high. This is the single print zone, so this is going to be the second reference. So this is one zone which I have marked. Also, if you see, there are some references like this intrabar halfback. We have got one more intrabar halfback. Okay, then we have got clustered lows. So this 3 days, we have clustered lows, and now we are seeing higher lows and higher highs. So yesterday's auction, multiple, so more positiveness for the bullishness, but negative points are less for the bearishness. Okay, so bullish and bearish. Yeah, okay, okay. Boo and B. So bullish and bearish. Okay. So a lot of forced buying, or is what I'm currently getting seen, and where the auction will open today. So for that, let's first of all jump to the NSE's website, and let's see the pre-open market session. So it's gonna open with 50 points down. Okay, so what this means is that it's gonna open within yesterday's range. Okay, so now let me jump to the uh, volume profile chart. So as the auction is gonna open within the yesterday's range, so the first hypothesis which I shared, we should see continuation to the upside. This is not the auction which I'm seeing. What is going to happen is we will open within this. Some sort of resistance should be seen here, and then if we see a good rejection, then we can take a short trade with the first target of value area high, and the second target is of the VPOC. Okay, so this is the trade plan which I'm having for today. Similarly, from the market profile chart, this level, and this structured level, and also this particular level. Okay, so these are the three levels where I'm observing that stops are getting built. So the auction is going to open within this range. It will try to hit the stop. Again, it will try to hit the stops, and then we might see some sort of reversal. Okay, so this is the first auction development path which I'm seeing that can happen today. The second auction development path which I'm seeing that can happen is auction opens within this. We see some sort of rejection around the value area high, or the the TOC of yesterday, and that's where some sort of reversal happens, and it's just trading within this range. Okay, so it's getting rejected around the balance high, and it is getting rejected around the single print zone. Okay, so this is the second auction development path which I'm seeing to be developing today. Okay, so again, from volume profile chart, we are still in the balance. The auction, we had a good breakout, but it looks like the auction is going to open within this range. So this breakout will be a failed breakout. So what's going to happen is whoever bought here, they will try to liquidate their positions. Okay. Once they try to liquidate their positions, the auction will try to move down, and maybe around this reference level. So 10,760 levels is where buyers will again try to step in, and they will try to take the auction higher, and take out the stops which are built here. Okay. So there will be stop losses order around the yesterday's high, and also who will keep the stop losses here? The people who will trying to go short, they will keep the stop losses here. Okay, so this is the scenario which currently I'm getting prepared for today's intraday trading in Nifty futures. Okay, so the current time is 9:14, and we are just 1 minute away from the market open. And if you have got any comments, please do feel free to chime in, or use the YouTube chat function, live chat function, or else let's wait for a couple of seconds and see where the auction opens. Okay, so in that time, I'll just have a sip of water and just going on mute. Okay, so we are just 10 seconds away, and the auction will open in a couple of seconds. So let's see which auction path happens today. So I'm looking simultaneously at both the volume profile chart and the market profile chart. So if you see, the auction opened with a gap down. It is not touched the POC line, the VPOC, or the yesterday's POC. Okay. It is opened with a gap down, and so the reason why the auction is going up is those who went long yesterday, they are just trying to book their positions. Okay. So let me delete, and let me jump to the order flow chart. not much, 1900 contacts, I would say contracts. Okay, so overall context, what I'm seeing here today is the auction opened within yesterday's range, and it is getting rejected. So one rejection level is the value area high of yesterday. Second rejection level is the POC of yesterday. Okay, neither of those levels has been touched. So the auction is just chopping around. So better to stay away from trading anything and wait for either the value area high or the POC or the VPOC. So from the volume profile chart, we are seeing a rejection at the value area high. Okay, so that is one indication that this is a good short trade. We can take a short trade, keeping a stop loss at today's high and target at the VPOC and the second target at the value area low. Okay, so this is a good opportunity to take a short position. So let's see. Let me jump to the order flow chart. Let me look at the VSA chart. So it got rejected at the HBN. Okay, so that is a good rejection, and there is a support zone here and a support zone here. Okay, so odds are more that we will see the auction going below. Let me maximize this. So less buyers, less sellers overall. So the COT selling is less, but COT commitment of traders or buyers is more. So let's see where the auction goes. Okay, but odds are high that we will attack the low and further continuation either to the downside, and we'll see some rejection at the POC. Okay, VPOC or the volume profile chart confirms a good rejection. Also, if you use a 5-minute chart, so this is where we are seeing a strong rejection around the 200 EMA. Okay, so let's see. Whether we are seeing further continuation to the downside or not. Okay. So the auction is also opened within yesterday's value. So let it chop. So at the moment, I'm not currently active in any trades. I'm just observing the markets. For the moment, we have just traded 5,000 contracts. Delta is positive. If this candles closes above VWAP and if it is green, then you can exit your short position. So 1 minute for the candle to close. Good choppiness action is seen. Let me jump to the volume chart. It's just chopping around the yesterday's VWAP. Delta is positive. Here also delta. Okay, I'm not able to see the delta. Here the delta is positive. So buyers are currently winning. Let me see yesterday's auction. So this was where stop hunting was seen and a lot of buying activity was seen. Okay, so we are in the buyer's range. I think you can now close your short position and you can reverse it because odds now increases to tag the value area high and this particular zone. Okay, let it have a retest at the VWAP. We are seeing some sort of retest at the VWAP levels. So furthermore, continuation to the upside should be seen. This is where the auction halted, closed. Let me go back to the volume profile chart. It's trying to tag. Yeah, it will tag. Okay, so sellers are stepping in. We are still in the balance from the order flow chart. If you see this range, is still in a balance range. The candle is above VWAP. We are still 3 minutes away before the candle to close. Not a good tempo. So about 7,000 contract traded in the first 5 minutes. We are around the 2,000 range in the second 5 minute. So odds are high that we'll be tagging the high and try to tag the value area high and this to the reference zones. Okay, so let's wait. Delta is becoming positive, buyers are stepping in. Okay, seeing some sort of rejection. Doji candle is getting formed, but we are still 2 minutes away. But ball is still in the court of buyers. Okay, so now sellers stepping in. Let it chop, let it chop. So choppiness action is going on. So it is just chopping around the VWAP levels. Are there any comments? No comments. Okay. So let it chop. So from 738 we are at 280. Sellers are stepping in. So 50% is already gone. Now sellers are stepping in now. So we are just trading in this, I would say LVN region. So this reference zone 10777, that is a good reference zone to monitor the confidence from intraday perspective. The auction should go beyond this because we are in the LVN zone and yeah, so sellers are dominating for the moment. So 1077, we are again around that same range. Go to the VSA chart. You see rejection at the VWAP. The delta is turning negative. Here also 6900 contracts. 774. So despite of sellers stepping in, the auction is just trying to trade higher. That's fine. So the first 5 minutes had 7,000 contracts, 7,400. Second has 4,000 contracts, and right now we are seeing a good fight between buyers and sellers. So still don't exit your long position. Wait for this candle to close. Okay, so 10,777, so 10,777 level, where maximum sellers would also be there. So yeah, see this is zone. We are again reaching that level, and it's getting rejected. Again, sellers are stepping in. So dull, boring day going on. But smart money, they are just building up their positions. But I would say not very active participation from smart money, because if you look at the volume or the number of contracts, the 5 minute volume, it's pretty less. Okay. So if the current volume is greater than the last 5 minutes, it means that the buyers or the sellers are winning. So if it's green, it means the buyers are winning. If it's red, that means sellers have dominated, and we might see further continuation to the downside. So again 10,775, we are again below that, seeing rejection at the VWAP. Despite of sellers stepping in, the auction is not going with a good tempo. Let me shift to this so that unit is visible for you all. So we are seeing a rejection at the VWAP. Momentum sellers are stepping in. Just chopping around the 10,777 level, nothing much. So some comments from Nitish is, when open type confirm after IB or in 30 minutes. See, open you can confirm within the first 5 minutes. So open is poor because, or I would say open is, the market open is with low confidence because it is opened within the, so this is the yesterday's range, and the auction is opened within yesterday's range. Okay, so this means that neither buyers or sellers are confident. Okay, and if you see yesterday's close, it was way above, so it was a very bullish close, and the auction opened within the yesterday's range. So it means that something has changed in the markets, and okay, so now it has closed above. So this was 3,800 and this is 4,300. Okay. So still no clarity. Despite of heavy selling, the auction closed. So we have a divergence, and now we might see some further continuation to the upside. Okay. So coming back to the open is poor. Open is low. Open is within yesterday's reach, and it is neither touched any of the reference lines. So neither the balance high or the balance low, or even the balance or the value line. Okay. So that's what you need to measure, Nitish. So clearing it all. So now the high is tagged. No, it's not tagged, sorry. It's on the verge of getting tagged. Yes, and it has tagged. So we are having good trapped buyers. Momentum buyers are stepping in. See how beautifully we use the LVN concept for today intraday trading. Very nice at 10,777 level. Just observe that. And we also saw some delta divergence. So let it go, let the market go, and let it touch the balance range. So this is the balance, let it touch. Let me add the 2-day balance. So this is the 2-day balance, and this was the 779. But yeah, so we are at the peacock level, and this is the value area high. So let me remove the splitting. This is where an LVN is here. This is also an LVN. So let it go high. Let me remove splitting and merging. Okay. So that was a good trade from the long side, and neither now the value area high is touched. Let me jump to the VP chart. Is this reference touched? Yes. So we need to observe whether we are seeing rejection at 10793 or 10795. Okay. 10795. Yes, there are trapped buyers, zero sellers. But let it chop further. Let it go higher, and then we will get some trading opportunity. So we had one good trade location from the long side. Okay. So with that, I would request you to please do like,